Hey, what's up guys? Your average wargamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And today I'm going to be featuring Tier 8 premium aircraft carrier, that is Enterprise. Now, I do think that Enterprise is still pretty strong in 2024, and I will show you this gameplay so you can find out that how Enterprise will still work with its rockets, because rockets are pretty still powerful. Now you can see you do have 4 strikes to do on a single target, theoretically, and they are still pretty good against destroyers. As you can see here, these rockets have 27mm penetration, but you do have 18 rockets in payload, and since the reticle is pretty small, you can pretty much easily able to land these rockets on destroyers if you know what you're doing. Their pre-firing delay is also like 3.4 seconds, and if you use them against destroyers like this, well, you can get some good damage. But in this case, I think I might miss him. I just get like 2 rockets since he's like perfectly angled, like bow in, which you should do if you are face a Enterprise player. Now I'm getting his broadside. Now it is entirely possible that I might get some good damage here, and as you can see here, 3,500 damage. So I already did like 4,000 damage on him, which is pretty good. And you can see here, I'm just gonna get another rocket strike on this split, and look at that, another insane rocket strike. And yeah, that guy is pretty much dead, to be honest. Like, he has like what, 3,000 HP remaining. So yeah, that's the power of Enterprise rockets. Rockets are still pretty strong. I mean, you just literally chunked 75% HP of a destroyer with like 3 attack runs. That seems to be pretty absurd still, right? Right? So yeah, that's why Enterprise is still not available, you know. And I would say that it might get back in Santa containers in 2024. So keep watching that if you are looking to get Enterprise, because still pretty good. You will find it strong as well as pretty much insanely good against destroyers, cruisers, and even battleships. I'm gonna be using my rockets again, and I will try to drop on this Duncan. Now Duncan does have some thick armor, so I just instantly decided to go against York, because York has vulnerable armor. As you can see here, I did like 6,000 damage, which is pretty nice. And now I'm trying to use my, final attack on probably Yorktown, because you can do that. Because I know that the Gneisenau, Duncan, and York would have a lot of power, like A power, so I just will try to drop on them. Instead, I will just go and drop on Yorktown, since I do have a bit of potential strike remaining. And you can see here, I just easily landing that strike on Yorktown, which is pretty important and good. So yeah, that is pretty powerful thing about the Enterprise. I mean, these rockets are so powerful. I got 18 rocket hits on this Yorktown, dealing pretty decent damage. Now I am coming up with these torpedo bombers. Now torpedo bombers does have really good stats. Let me show you real quick. Come on game, why I'm just completely using the minimap, I'm not sure. But anyways, these torpedo bombers, well, they have 6,467 damage, and you do have 3 torpedoes in payload in just a single attack run, which is pretty nice. The arming distance is also very impressive. You can see here it has 338 meter torpedo arming distance, which is very good. So, well, if you drop these torpedoes on a battleship, well, it is almost entirely impossible that they will, dodge these torpedoes when you are dropping from the broadside. And you can also do these sort of shenanigans. You can slightly maneuver without losing the aim that much. So you can see here I'm dropping this Gneisenau, which I'm doing it perfectly here. And I think the Gneisenau might eat 1 torpedo, unfortunately. But that's fine. I will come back and drop him again. Till then, I can go for the York. Well, by the way, I didn't realize that the matchmaking is tier 9. It's not tier 10 matchmaking, which is pretty good. On the other hand, York is slightly angling against my torpedo bombers, so I decided not to basically go for the York, instead to go for this poor Yorktown again. You can see that I have done like almost 10,000 damage to this guy, slightly more. And with these torpedoes, you can pretty much do like 15,000 damage on this guy. And you can see here that I will get 1 strike fully here. And you can see that the arming distance is pretty good. So I'm just gonna leave the Yorktown here, getting 3 torpedo hits, which is nice, and I will come back with these rockets. So it's a really good game, and you will get a lot of good tips and tactics that how you can play Enterprise, and that's the reason why I am uploading this gameplay. So you can see here, I just get a good drop on Yorktown, just like I said, and I'm coming back with these rockets. Now I want to maybe spot the destroyer here, and can deal some good damage since the split is still survived. He didn't die. I mean, he kind of played smart, in the late part now, since he didn't throw his complete ship away. But anyways, I will go back and drop him again if I get him spotted. And good thing is I get him spotted, but you can see here, that's one of the things that you should be careful. If the destroyer does have really good air concealment and he has his air unspotted, or at least if he gets his air turned off, well, you cannot able to get a strike on him since you won't be able to get a good aim. And that's the reason why you should be careful about that. And after killing the split by the help of the teammates, I just switched the target towards the Gneisenau. Now Gneisenau obviously doesn't have really the best of the AA, so I can just go and drop him and maybe get a permanent fire or fire in general. You know that I'm not using AP bombs as of now, because right now I think that I don't really getting some value out of that, because I can go for the Duncan, but Duncan does have defensive air fire, so I can just get a one drop on that guy. Or even if I go for the Gneisenau, it will take a bit too much time, and that's the reason why I don't want to do that. On the other hand, as you can see, our C flank in the minimap is completely, got wrecked by the enemy team. The Brest is the only guy remaining, and the Duncan, Schroeder, and Littori is pushing really hard. So as a CV player, you got to be understanding one thing, that if you don't have this good awareness and you stay on the same position as you get spawned in the game, well, you're going to get screwed pretty hard. And you can see here, I am barely surviving against this Schroeder, because he will eventually spot me if I don't run away, which is gonna be pretty much the death of the carrier, to be honest, in general. And well, the Brest, you can see here, he's pretty much dead, and I think he might be looking to get a ram. I don't know, will he get a ram? No, he's not getting a ram, which is pretty unfortunate. But anyways, I will go and drop this guy, and we'll try to help the Brest as much as I can, because he will eventually die. And I got 3 torpedoes, and I think he definitely DCP the flood before. And since the Enterprise does have really good flood chance, so you are not going to have really bad time, getting floods. So I got the flood on Duncan, the Nelson is turning out, he's running away, he's trying to do something about the Schroeder, and Schroeder does have good AA, and also have really good secondaries. So yeah, this German cruiser needs to be dead, because if he pushes too hard, well, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Now, what I'm trying to do here is to soften up a bit of his AA, just like decapacitating or incapacitating some of his AA permanently, so that I can have an easier time using torpedoes or even bombs. You can see here I got a couple of rockets. It's probably a good miss out there, but anyways, I can go back with torpedo bombers again, and just like almost 9 minutes, you can see that Enterprise still pretty much doing good damage. Like, I got 100,000 damage. Obviously there is a flood damage that I get from Duncan, which is slightly extra, but it's pretty good. But I need to do something about the Schroeder, and you can see that the Schroeder is pushing so recklessly that he will eventually kill me if someone didn't do anything. But lucky enough, the Akatsuki torpedo managing to kill him right now, which is pretty nice. So I instantly switch the target to Duncan. Now, as you can see here, that I don't have a good drop on this guy, since he's bowing in. I mean, I can use AP bombs here. It's actually a better thing to do. But anyways, you can have a second strike on Duncan, and once I get the good strike on him, because he's reversing, I will be managing to get some good hits. So now finally, I'm getting these AP bombers. Now I can use AP bombers on Littorio. Now Littorio is a Roma. Italian battleship, does not have really good AA. I can switch to Littorio, or you can also go for the Hood. Hood also, I would say, it's not having that impressive AA, so I can get 2 strikes. And whenever you get 2 strikes from AP bombers of Enterprise, then it is a good thing to pick AP bombs. And that's the reason why you can see that I'm using AP bombers on this Hood. I can go for the Littorio as well, but I can see that the Hood will eventually spot me if I didn't do anything. So I just pop my speed boost, trying to get a perfect alignment of the aim, even though he's like turning in and out. But you do have 6 bombs in payload, so you do have a good chance of landing good bombs. And you can see here I got, yeah, well, 2 citadels, 10,000 damage. Not that impressive, but you can see here that I do have another strike, to do on this hood. And hopefully with this strike I can maybe land 3 citadels, because that's the average that you can get on dropping on these BBs. Now you can see here, oh nice, this time it's 16,000 damage. Okay, didn't realize it. So you can see there that I have done like 25,000 damage, and most of the damage is unhealable because of a citadel damage. It's almost like you can only heal 10% of the damage, which is pretty good. So after using the AP bombs perfectly on hood, I can go for torpedo bombers and drop the hood again. The only concern is that our game isn't looking that good, and the Yorktown actually did put the fighter plane. This is something that to be very careful, because Yorktown does get tagged quickly, like it has 2.5 seconds of reaction time, so the fighters will tag really quickly if I didn't do anything whatsoever. Okay, so after dropping some good torpedo hits on hood, I managed to kill him eventually, and now I can maybe go for the Shiratsuyu, since Shiratsuyu gets spotted out there somewhere. The game is still not looking that good. The Littorio might die here, which is pretty nice, but you can see here there is a Shiratsuyu, and I'm trying to get a good aim on the Shiratsuyu because it's not easy. If they are not having their air turn on, then their concealment is good, and you cannot able to manage some rocket hits on that guy. But since he's slightly kiting away, I still getting some ability to drop him some rockets, but it's not really impressive. And Yorktown did put the fighter plane on top of him, but anyways, I still do have a couple of strikes. I don't know if I can manage to get some rocket hits on it. Okay, I was actually lucky to get a good rocket hit on this Shiratsuyu, maybe? No, that's unfortunate. He survived. I mean, he has really good, concealment in terms of its protection against anti-air. So good anti-air concealment means that, yeah, he will be unspotted, and I would have a difficult time dropping those rockets. But anyways, I can go for the Harlem, and well, you can see that I have taken a bit of a decent position out there to drop this guy, and managing to get some, hopefully, torpedoes on this guy, even though the Iowa shot the guns. And well, good thing is that I managed to kill this Harlem easy. But again, we do have 5 ships, they have 2, and the game is still not over, since the Shiratsuyu can potentially kill our Iowa, which I really don't want to see, because they do have 2 caps right now, and our ships are very, very far away to get the cap. So now I have to do something. I have to kill the Shiratsuyu, try to spot him as quickly as possible, which hopefully I will manage to get, because I can see that the torpedoes sent towards the Iowa means that, oh, never mind, he's not there. I thought that the Shiratsuyu would be there, but he killing the Akatsuki by getting a detonation on him, which is pretty unfortunate. But at least now that I know his location, I can go and drop this guy. And well, it's not going to be easy. Again, Shiratsuyu does have really good concealment, and I think I might miss him. Only 1 rocket hit, so you can see it's going to be a bit rough. But fortunately there is a Groningen that can help me, and hopefully I will be able to kill this guy by just spotting, which is pretty nice. So we got the kill. Shiratsuyu is dead, which is nice, and I can just focus on killing Yorktown. Now Yorktown already have done some good chunks of damage to him, like already did like 25,000 damage to this guy. So I will try to go for a couple of rockets, and lucky enough, he is very, very close and aggressive in Yorktown, which is pretty understandable. And well, I'm not sure why, but the Yorktown should have used the smoke to basically give himself a cover, but he's not doing it. Which means that he will eventually going to get, wrecked by either Iowa or maybe even Pommern. Pommern has only 837 HP, so I'm sure that he will not going to survive for long, even though they still have a opportunity to win. But Yorktown is not smoking up, which means that we will eventually win the game. As you can see, I have done pretty decent damage, 185k damage. Use barely AP bombs since the torpedo bombers are super reliable and are a lot much more versatile, I would say, and rockets as well. They're very good in getting fires, and the rockets, I would say, and the torpedoes are good at getting floods and pretty much consistent damage. So hopefully we'll get the torpedo hits on the Yorktown, and let's see what happens. Never mind, Palmer killed him at the end, and that was a really good game in Enterprise at the end. Palmer actually get Kraken, which is pretty nice. So I think he did play it well. So am I. I also did play it well. So you can see here, 1.8 million credits since you have played really well, and like wow. Oh, 0 at the end, 0 at the end, 0 at the end, 2000, like perfect 2000 free XP. That was pretty nice. 19 torpedoes, 2 kills, didn't get Confederate unfortunately. 5 Citadels, shot down, some planes shot down, and then you also, I used a lot of rockets in this game, you can see obviously. So yeah, it was a very nice game at the end. You can see 24 base XP. What are with these numbers? 2069 base XP. Oh boy. 69. Oh my goodness, man. All right. I got the point. There is something going on with numbers. Like, why? What's up with the zeros? Anyways, so detail report wise, I did really good damage to a lot of ships out there. You can see here a lot of couple of destroyers, not a lot of destroyers. Split taken massive damage, and well, that is the game. I hope you enjoyed it and you liked the gameplay, because if you do, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you into the next one, guys. Peace out.